Hello, welcome to today's collective reading. As always, use your own discernment, join with intention, and allow the messages to be received with an open heart. I am trying something different. So we have a new angle, lighting some rose incense. We'll see how long I keep this lit for. I'm feeling a headache come in, and I'm not someone who normally gets headaches. And it's not that my eyes have been straining today, but I'm feeling something in my forehead on the right a little bit, kind of like between where my third eye meets my right eyebrow. And when I push in on it, I'm seeing, you know, when you kind of like see dots when your eyes are closed? I'm seeing a triangle. And triangles have been coming out a lot, so I'm going to go with that. We have the Empress here, came out. I have some moonstone. I think I'm going to be going, with the Sacred Geometry decks. These are both by Francine Hart. And when I was just sitting down getting ready to do this, out of the corner of my eye, I had seen this book, but I had some things covering it up, you know, just as things stack around. And so I was seeing this. And so what I was seeing was, okay, this is being spoken through from the Hathors. So I think it's going to be channeling. So I have, this is Reflected Darkness from the other day. Yes, this is. Okay. Okay. So what message do you have today? I'm hearing spirit, spirit, spirit. I know for me, I often overthink during readings and question, and I'm hearing this is not for question, this is for, the word share came in, but like show and tell is the idea. This, it's not here for me to interpret. It's not here for me to translate the meaning of. Rather, it is translating the energy as it is coming into me, into a language that humanity is comfortable with, which may be an like spoken, written language, such as English. 3. I knew this one was going to come up because I knew I was going to have to do covering. Also, earlier when I was taking these cards out, so the Together card is in both decks. $47 being 11, the two ones coming together. I'm also seeing on my incense holder these little 3, I'll say petals, but the idea of simple, small structures beginning, coming together as more, but everything starts with the one. Elemental Embrace. Wow. I've not had this card before. Yeah. So it's not exactly this, but I'm seeing circle inside circle, dot inside circle. The monad has been a very, I suppose, active exchange, you could say, recently. I'm noticing how the flames here appears to be a bit more sharp, whereas here it's softer, curling, curving. So something about with coming in through the left, going out through the right. So coming in, receiving divine feminine, back with Empress, and I'm getting like King of Wands energy, what you're putting out creatively into the world, seeing a triangle here. Starting the formation of this path. This to me is looking kind of like a boat in choppy waters, and there's suddenly a dock leading up to a stairwell to heaven, you could say, for lack of a better word. But considering this as what we see as all that is in front of us, you know, heaven, clouds, I'm seeing this hand coming down. And then I see these stars back here. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stars we see. As my earring just chimed and my candlestick chimed earlier, there's something about like ding, like the fine tune of a vibration. Merkaba. So we have 46 and 47. This is from the same deck. So yes, triangle and triangle and triangle. And Merkaba, my Merkaba knowledge is not expansive, so don't quote me. But if you're interested, definitely look that up, as there's a bit of action here. Hello. This energy force source. I'm looking ahead of me and I have a blanket that is like, it's white fleece, like very, very loved. And it has pandas all over it and it seems to be like photorealistic, but there's no outline of them. It's just a white blanket, and then any of the black ink that appears is the feature of a panda, including their bodies, and they're all different. They're lying down, they're sitting, there's a couple of them that are together, some are crawling over, they're moving, like they're all individually different. And then they're all coming, I see, they're all coming together. So I'm seeing this also as atoms, thinking of Merkaba energy, yes. Atoms being huddled close together. Because for some reason, when we have one voice, one atom speaking, saying something, you know, that is seen as driftable. That is seen as something that is movable, something that does not need to remain, is what I'm hearing. Also, imagery of owl is coming through. And this being watched, not in a antagonizing way, not in a from the shadows way, directly in front of you. Being watched from straight ahead. They see you seeing them. That's the purpose. They are showing themselves to you. If you're open to seeing them. And so going back to this, when I'm talking about atoms and matter, it's the idea that like, this is a physical desk, right? The atoms that make up this desk are all just really tightly together. If I could take this and squeeze it, you know what I mean? That's all that physical objects are, is something that is tight together. But what I'm hearing is that everything starts with a single. And looking at this piece of moonstone, I'm seeing how the tip is clear. So I'm getting from the Murder of Crows deck, the is it 7 of Pentacles, I believe? 7 of something, but it's seeing through what they don't want you to see. So you could see this as you if this is resonating with you, if anything that I'm saying is making sense to you, is you as a clair asterisk present person. So all the clairs. I'm also not an expert in this, right? So there's, you know, all of our psychic sensing, whatever it is, whatever words that you find best describe. So I'm like losing my voice on this. As I'm hearing, right, because it's not about words. I've been using the language of sensing, of this being a language in and of itself. You know, psychic sensing. You could call that somatic sensing, because we're using our bodies, our tools, our soul suits, right? Everything coming in together. Yes. Okay. Together. Oh, I think we just passed 11:11. As I was saying that together. Okay. This is the Indigo Artists deck. So a bit of direction, clarity on what it is. Well, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna, first things first, I'm just gonna say it's not about what is it to come together, because we know what it is to come together. Absolutely. Dancing through eternity. Fantastic. I'm seeing this repetition here. Okay. I'll come back to these. I see this circle here, this clear circle. It's this one, but it's closer. We've come up, it's magnetic. What we've done is we've actually moved through the clouds. It's like the owl eyes coming to us. There's this hand wrapped around this body that's moving towards it. All of that is cleared out of the way. We are here. We are this purple cloud. We are up, twirled in with. I'm curious if these are from the same deck. No. And so what I'm hearing from that is the message is eternal. It is not tied to how one person chooses to interpret or translate or receive. And depending on what your worldview, what your perspective, understanding is on whether it's whatever it is you believe, right? So I'll kind of make the reference to reincarnation, but being innate, you know, like how all the solar systems and as far out as space is expanding, which, quote me if I'm not wrong on this, but that it's continuing to expand. I see that as like evolution, as growth, as continual movement upwards and, right? So for those who, I understand, for those who are resonating with this message, this purple, I have this card off to the side that came through, which is the Antacorona, which is an ancient symbol I don't know more about, aside from it is the moment place connection from your crown chakra connecting up with spirit. It's like the plug is like a really coarse way to say it. It's my earring chimes. Yes. So hearing spirit, spirit, spirit. So that's telling me 3. Spirit, spirit, spirit. Spirit, spirit, spirit. Or do I make it 3? On bottom we have harmony. Getting harmony as that number there. Let's see, we have self-love, observation, and serenity. So we'll go with the images here. I'm seeing this white face here, almost the face that I'm seeing here coming through, but they're mirrored opposite sides. And funny how where I placed it is just cutting off their heads. So it's about, okay, what I'm hearing is our brains are holding us back. And what my human is wanting to say is, wait a minute. Not that our brains hold us back, but the limitations of the limitations of paradigms, the limitation of understandings that we as our soul-suited creatures have, we are casting that out onto our participation as unique ones, you could say. By unique, I just mean one, because you are one, aren't you? Or are you? What I'm seeing here is that black dot in the middle. Again, dot inside circle. I'm seeing the monad. As I'm hearing that heater tick, so these human faces, and I'm seeing like explicitly like a dog creature here, although something tells me it has wings, but we don't see it. Anubis might be something. Actually, yeah, I'm seeing person and dog, and here I'm seeing person and dog. So thinking about the man's best friend, companion. Are you one or are you? And here's where English comes in, right? Are you many? Are you plural? Are you all? What is it that you see? I'm seeing, you know, I have 3 things here just off camera. These 3 cards. I'm seeing these 3. I see clear. This is almost a similar size, trying to compare, trying to become the monad, and understanding that you already are. Even if your participation, your shifting, how you're choosing to embody, represent, manifest your oneness, even though, and of course, it being different and unique to what others are doing, because others are others and you are you. And I don't mean that in any kind of hierarchical way. I mean that in terms of everybody is them. Tarot. So we have Murder Crows, and I don't feel that this is the main deck, but I feel that there's some image inside Mindscapes. An image. The Fool on bottom. So what I'm seeing here with the 4 of Stones, I'm seeing, again, this moon, right? This moon coming in, this purple here, this leading up to this world. And there's what is in front of you, and then there's what is behind it. What is it that is blocking your intuition? I'm hearing this as it's coming in from the left, also considering shadow. There's something, and I already said I would place this on the right. There is something that you are choosing to believe that is blocking you from connecting deeper in through with your divine intuition, intuitive knowings. And I'm hearing like intuitive hits, but that it's not the same as that. It is something different. What is this difference? That's not everything. We have the Fool on bottom again. Isn't that interesting to have the Fool twice on the bottom? So we have Queen. Oh, hello. Yeah, I think that was it. One more? No. One more. This damn Seven of Swords. On bottom, we have the Five of Wands. So this conflict, there's something that we continue to manifest into the world regardless of whether or not we want to, whether we are intentionally choosing it. The Two of Cups landed very neatly. That's clarified by the Queen of Cups. Yes. So I'm seeing the Two of Cups here as you have already done this. In this story, and wherever you are in the story, find your place, right? But you have already had this coming together of perhaps re-strategizing in alignment with your understanding of your divine feminine, your emotional regulation, your nervous system coming into alignment, whatever words, again. But you have been doing the work. The Chariot and the Six of Wands. Again, movement, movement. You've been doing this, right? You've been putting in this pull. And again, they're both coming in here. So I'm seeing this movement as coming towards this moon. And through this coming together of you saying, okay, I know what it is that I need to work on. I know what I've been through. I understand that. I'm going to let this green space flow, this heart chakra. You're opening up, but you're opening up not strategically, I would say, although the Seven of Swords can sometimes be seen as manipulation, but I see it as the doing what it needs to do. You could say the raccoon eating the trash. You know what I mean? That is its system. That is its survival within that system. There's also this card off to the side. So what I'm seeing here with these under that Ten of Wands is that what we've been doing is we've been pushing against our own energy. And that has led us into situations when we have to be utilizing the Seven of Swords, or when that is the only thing that feels like appropriate, or not eligible, but like that's all the juice you got in the can, you know? And so this is going to be another way, and this will be clarity, something there. But now that you come into balance, you're like, okay, I always find myself back at this Ten of Wands. I carry around way more of a burden than I need to. And then I get myself in these pickles, and then I don't know what to do from there. We have the Empress, the Nine of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Not bad. So we have the Empress coming back. So that is the doing something different. And I'm hearing with Cups, being open to your emotions, processing through that, really going through all stages. I'm seeing here this like skeletal metal structure. I'm not sure what you could say, but all of the things that you have learned throughout everything that you've been doing and coming together, this is what you have been structurally resounding. Like how something is sound. Like, yes, vibration, but how something is structurally sound. And this King of Swords. I am seeing this as this dark shadow coming over the moon. So maybe it's speaking too soon. Maybe it's telling your plans out into the world and then you lose track of that narrative. Okay, I'm just going to carry this over. The way that I have this structured, I don't know if you can see this A, but the cutoff, I'm seeing IRL. So I'm seeing in real life. There's something that you're doing that is creating, casting the shadow on you. And you know what? That I meant to push them out the way, but I did get my own little moon there. That's where you're starting now. This is this strategic, this is foresight into what it is that may be something that is preventative to you, but the Fool has come back a third time. So you're stepping onto this. The advice supporting that, this is happening fast. Because you've already been doing so much of this work to be figuring out how it is that you don't want to be doing things, you're kind of like fast tracking, reorienting this new path. Owl Guardian. This owl. And where is this owl? It is out in the stars. It is above these flames. It can see from higher vantage points. And here, like every moon I see that you also have a face, but almost every moon that we've seen is full. This is waxing or waning. I'm not sure which is the word to use in this perspective, but I'm seeing the hand here and the hands here. There is what is reaching out for you from the universe, and there is you showing up as the universe. Out beyond Orion. Duality. And these hands again, this is you stretching out for the world. As I just heard something fall from upstairs, something small, kind of like a cat eating a little piece of dry kibble and deciding they don't want it anymore. But something very small, something, you know, there's something about these triangles inside these circles, my guy. There is something about once you make the choice to just, oh, I'm actually going to get rid of something that I didn't need. I'm seeing this 3 here and coming into a swirl with this DNA. There's something that you are rerouting, also seeing these two as these 2 trees. There's something that you are reprogramming into your bodily spirit through your heart chakra. And through this, you're able to see, I don't want to say division as in like a creation of like pulled apart separation, but just a quick sorting to see what's what and which go where. There is this, this clarity of what is to be separated so that you can bring more attention to your singular. Okay. Thank you for watching this message. If this resonated with you, you can like this video, you can comment down below, you can also click the subscribe button. In the description, I will have a link to the 444 Collective, which is essentially where I'm doing more things like this, but I'm really honing in on a group that is along this journey. So I do feel that this is a message for the 444 Collective, and I think I'm going to be continuing it, and I will have that public on Substack for the next couple weeks. Thank you for being here, and until next times.